They took my siblings to the beach, said it was better if I stayed behind and worked. When they came home, my room was stripped bare. Every photo of me gone from the walls. That was 18 months ago, and even now I can still taste the silence. My name is Grace Thompson, and I'm 90. Back then, I thought I'd just been forgotten. Turns out, I'd been erased. My stepmother, Jennifer, called it family time. My father, Marcus, nodded along to keep the peace. So I smiled, and decided to give them exactly what they wanted. A house without me in it. What happened next still feels surreal. But the revenge? Let's just say, it was the first time I ever felt seen. They erased me first. I just finished the job. After my mom died, Dad remarried faster than I could grieve. Jennifer came with perfect hair, perfect smiles, and a talent for pretending kindness. I was 9 when she moved in. By 10, I was the built-in babysitter. Dishes, laundry, homework help, bedtime stories, all mine to handle. Dad said I was so responsible. Jennifer said I should be grateful. At 12, I learned that gratitude meant silence. At 14, I stopped asking for new clothes. At 16, I stopped asking for anything. By 17, I was running that house. While she called herself exhausted, I worked part-time at the cafe, paid for my own books, and still made dinner before anyone got home. Every chore done was another piece of me disappearing. They'd say, "You're such a help." But help isn't family. Help can be replaced. Spring break of senior year was supposed to be different. I'd planned to go with them, finally rest, just be their daughter again. Instead, Jennifer smiled across the kitchen sink. "It's better if you stay behind and work." Dad didn't even look up from his newspaper. "She's right, kiddo. You'll be more productive here anyway." That word, kiddo, used to make me feel loved. Now it sounded like a leash. When they left for the beach, Emma hugged me, Tyler cried, Jennifer rolled her eyes, and I stood in that empty doorway, watching the car disappear, realizing that even the dog got a spot in the back seat, but not me. The silence that followed wasn't peaceful. It was heavy, like wet concrete. I sat on my bed for hours, listening to the hum of the fridge, the ticking clock, and the echo of my own heartbeat, a sound too small for a house that big. That weekend, they left for the beach. I left too, just differently. After they left, the silence swallowed the house whole. No laughter, no footsteps, just the faint hum of an empty refrigerator. I sat there for hours, staring at the family photos on the wall. Smiling faces, perfect frames, mine among them, a lie hanging in plain sight. Something inside me cracked that day. I wasn't angry anymore. I was done. If they wanted a house without me in it, they'd get one. I called in sick to work, then started packing. My clothes, my books, the old jewelry box that was my mom's. Every trace of me went into boxes. By noon, my car was full. I rented a small storage unit across town and began the first of many trips. Every load felt like shedding skin, painful but freeing. When I came back, I looked around. Their house still looked perfect, but now I could see the cracks. The photo wall was next. I removed every picture that had my face in it. Each frame left a pale rectangle behind, like ghosts of the daughter they pretended to love. In the kitchen, I took the mug Emma made for me, the coffee maker I'd bought from my cafe paycheck, and the drawings we'd made together. I wasn't stealing. I was reclaiming. Then I took photos. Every room before and after. Proof of how much space I'd once occupied. Proof of what they'd lose. The bathroom, stripped bare. The bedroom, hollow. The living room, uneven where I used to be. By the second night, I didn't cry. I felt calm, almost detached. When Madison's mom, Patricia, called, I finally said yes. She'd offered me a room for months. I'd always said no, afraid of leaving the kids behind. But that night, I realized I wasn't leaving them. I was just leaving the people who never saw me. Patricia arrived with her husband and Madison before sunset on Sunday. She took one look at the house and whispered, "Sweetheart, this isn't a home." They helped me load the last boxes, and when I closed the door behind me, I didn't feel regret, only release. Outside, the sky was bruised with orange and blue. The air smelled like rain and freedom. For the first time, the road ahead didn't scare me. It invited me. As we drove away, the windows reflected my face, half lit, half shadowed. For the first time, I liked the part in the light. I looked back once, just long enough to see the porch light flicker. That house had been my cage. Now it was just another dark shape in the rearview mirror. If they wanted to see what family time without me looked like, I showed them. They came back Sunday night, sunburned, laughing. their voices spilling through the driveway. I wasn't there to see it, but I could imagine every detail. Jennifer unlocking the front door, Marcus carrying the luggage, Emma and Tyler racing ahead, then silence. A different kind this time, the kind that hums with realization. The walls were bare, the shelves empty, even the smell of coffee gone. They thought I'd just cleaned, until they stepped deeper inside. My room? Empty. Bed stripped, drawers open. The ghost of my presence gone with the dust. The living room? Half the photos missing. Rectangles of pale paint, where my face used to live. The kitchen? No spices. No coffee maker. No warmth. I pictured Jennifer's expression, the twitch in her jaw, the tremor in her voice, when she realized this wasn't an accident. It was intentional. On the counter, my letter waited, each word chosen like evidence. Since you wanted family time without me, I thought you deserved a preview. I told them where I'd gone, what I'd taken, nothing that wasn't mine, just everything they'd taken for granted. I thanked Jennifer for teaching me the difference between being needed and being wanted. I thanked Marcus for showing me how silence can wound deeper than words. I told Emma and Tyler that I loved them, but love doesn't mean staying where you're invisible. Next to the letter, I left my key and the printed job posting, the one labeled Wanted, Live-In Help. Jennifer's face would have drained white when she reached the line, position previously filled by a family member. Marcus would have realized then I hadn't run away. I'd resigned. Emma probably cried first, calling my name into the echo. Tyler would have followed, asking when I'd come back. No one answered. Not this time. Jennifer's voice cracked. Marcus cursed under his breath. The sound of a photo frame hitting the floor was the only reply the house gave them. The silence that used to belong to me now belonged to them. When Patricia texted, "They're home," I pictured Jennifer pacing, Marcus staring at my empty doorway, both of them realizing how much one ghost could haunt a house. I didn't reply. I sat outside beneath the bruised sunset, watching the lights flicker on, in windows that no longer felt like home. The breeze carried faint echoes of laughter, memories dissolving into night. For the first time, the silence didn't hurt. It healed. It was mine. And as darkness settled over their perfect house, I finally smiled, not out of spite, but peace. Because sometimes, the quietest revenge is simply walking away and never needing to return. They thought I was gone for good. They had no idea what was coming next. The next morning, my phone started vibrating nonstop. Unknown number first, then Dad, then Jennifer. I ignored the first 5 calls, but on the 6th I answered. "Grace, you get back here right now," Dad barked, his voice sharp with panic. "You can't just leave like this." "Actually," I said softly, "I can." There was silence, the kind that follows a truth too heavy to deny. "You're being dramatic," he snapped. "Come home so we can talk about this." "Home?" I laughed. "When was the last time it felt like home, Dad? When was the last time you defended me? When Jennifer treated me like help?" No answer. Just breathing. Tight. Uneven. Then Jennifer's voice cut in. "Grace, this is ridiculous. You can't abandon your responsibilities." "What responsibilities?" I asked. "The ones you never asked if I wanted? The ones where I work, clean, and get called selfish for wanting love?" "You're overreacting," she hissed. "The kids love you. How can you do this to them?" "I didn't do anything to them," I said. "You did, the day you taught them." "I wasn't family." Her breath hitched. I could almost hear her blinking back tears. "You wanted family time without me? Well, now you know what it feels like." The line went dead. For a while, I just stared at the phone, feeling both empty and weightless. Then it rang again. Emma. Her voice cracked. "Grace, why did you leave?" "Mom's crying. Dad's angry. Tyler doesn't understand." I swallowed hard. "Oh, sweetie, you didn't do anything wrong. Then why can't you come home?" "Because, Emma, sometimes you have to walk away, so people realize what you gave them." She started sobbing. I bit my lip to keep my voice steady. "Tell Tyler I love him," I whispered, "and that I'll always be his sister." After the call, I sat on the porch of Patricia's house, watching sunlight break through the clouds. It felt like the universe itself was exhaling with me. Patricia brought me coffee. She didn't ask questions, just sat beside me in silence, the kind that felt safe. "You did the right thing," she said finally. "They needed a wake-up call." "And you needed peace." I nodded, eyes burning. "I don't know if I wanted revenge or just freedom." "Maybe both," she said gently. I smiled. For once, I didn't have to apologize for it. But that was only the beginning, because the next call changed everything. It came that evening, a quiet number I almost didn't answer. When I did, a voice I never expected trembled on the line. "Grace," Jennifer whispered, "I need to ask you something, and I need you to tell me the truth." Her tone wasn't angry anymore. It was scared, human. And for the first time, I realized the story wasn't ending. It was turning. And what she said next shattered everything I thought I knew. "Grace," Jennifer whispered, her voice barely holding together, "I need to ask you something. Did I really treat you that badly?" For a second, I couldn't breathe. All those years of silence had led to this moment. "I don't know what you want me to say," I replied quietly. "You already know the answer." She started crying. Real tears this time, not the performance kind. "I was cruel," she said. "I thought if I kept control, I could keep things perfect. But all I did was break you." Her confession didn't bring satisfaction. It brought stillness. "You can't fix the past," I said. "But you can stop pretending it didn't happen." "I want to try," she whispered. "Not for me, for Emma, for Tyler." That line softened me, because despite everything, those kids still mattered to both of us. We talked for almost an hour, about forgiveness, about boundaries, about how love shouldn't hurt to earn. She didn't beg me to come home. She asked how to make it right. For the first time, Jennifer listened, really listened. And I realized forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. It means finally choosing peace over proof. When we hung up, I stepped outside. The air smelled like rain and beginnings. Patricia was tending her garden. She looked up, smiled knowingly, and said, "Feels lighter, doesn't it?" "It does," I whispered. Because healing isn't loud. It's the quiet return of your own heartbeat. Weeks later, we all sat at one table again. No tension, no performance, just presence. The same table I once set for others was finally set for me. If you've ever had to walk away to find peace, this story is for you. You don't need their permission to start over. Just courage to stay gone until you feel whole again. If you've been through this, you're not alone. Have you ever faced something like this? Tell me in the comments. Because sometimes the best revenge is living free and living well. They tried to erase me. I learned to write myself back before saying goodbye. If this story touched your heart, please give it a like and share it with someone who needs to hear this today. Don't forget to subscribe for more true family betrayal stories that reminds us we are stronger than we think.